Hello investors and welcome back to Just Random Stocks. During this video I want to talk about BlackSky and I want to go through the investor presentation with you. In this channel I like to talk about growth stocks and I try and time my videos as to when they are a buy. So I either want to tell you about the buy timing so I can get you in low. So I want to make you money in this channel. If you appreciate that, then subscribe to the channel and give the video a big thumbs up. Don't be afraid to leave a comment in this video. I love hearing from you guys and I try and answer all of my comments pretty quickly so that way you can get the answers that you need. I'd also like to have you in the Patreon if you'd like to join. That's in the description with a few other offers. If you're a new trader and you need a new account, you might as well get some free stocks. So let's not delay any further and let's get started. So just to tell you a little bit about BlackSky up front, BlackSky is a leading provider in real-time geospatial intelligence. They monitor activities and facilities worldwide by leveraging its own satellite constellation. BlackSky processes millions of data elements daily from its constellation, as well as a variety of space, Internet of Things, and terrestrial-based sensors and data feeds. On-demand constellation of satellites can image a location multiple times throughout a day. BlackSky can monitor for patterns of life changes to produce alerts and enhance situational awareness. BlackSky's monitoring service, Spectra AI, is powered by cutting-edge techniques, including machine learning, artificial intelligence, computer vision, and natural language processing. BlackSky's global monitoring solution is available via a simple subscription and requires no IT infrastructure or setup. So I wanted to go through a beginner-style investor presentation overview of BlackSky. So nothing to look at on this first slide. So the first one is a transaction overview of the SPAC merger, transaction size, capital structure, the ownership of the breakdown, 100% of the ownership and the expected timeline. This has already happened, but I did highlight a few things in here of how much cash is this raising, what are they going to be doing with the cash is what you want to ask yourself. So they're enhancing operations, growth, and profitability. So that's good. You want to see growth in these growth stocks. That's what I try and cover is, can you put your money into something and watch it grow over time? So that's all I wanted to highlight on this slide. And the last thing is you're going to see footnotes. And footnote number 2, I just highlighted that because it talks about Class A common stock and it talks about Class B common stock. And I just wanted to explain that there are different class levels of stock because you don't want all shareholders treated the same. Sometimes you might want some shares to receive dividends. Some shareholders will receive certain voting rights. So they did an investment day and this summarizes how their revenue is on track to double, something that I like about the company. And you see revenue remains on track to more than double in 2022. So the growth, will go through those slides. They're growing. You just see growth, right? So the 30 million contract for AI analytics from the US government agency that they won, and then an existing contract for RNO, which is this is a reconnaissance, another government contract that is expanded. So not only did it exist in the past, but it is growing and it's continuing. So that's always good to see. And then Palantir, this was also a very good highlight. So they just wanted to highlight those major wins, and I agree. So 2.5 billion in pipeline gross, another growth there. So just constant growth, and then new customers. They're accelerating their constellations of 14 small satellites by the end of year. And I actually pulled up an article. This is already completed or should be completed within the next week. So they've identified their next 11 small satellites that are going into constellation. So this is also growing. But just to know that they already have reduced the time window from 90 minutes to 60 minutes of these images, and they have 14 small satellites in circulation. So here it's talking about Palantir and BlackSky and how they have a collaboration, and it's talking about how they have a multi-year strategic partnership. So this is good for the growth. 30-day persistent monitoring of the fall of Afghanistan with Spectra AI. So Spectra AI is going to be where they generate their collection of data points. So you can see here in this screenshot, there was a 12-month persistent monitoring at the port in Australia, and they had economic indicators. They had 548 collections in 12 months, and it was a simple API integration. And API stands for Application Programming Interface, and we'll talk about that in a few moments. So BlackSky understands that the world is changing, and they use an AI-driven software as a solution platform to give real-time information, insights, and analytics.
Connectivity is an amazing thing. By now, we're all used to the instant connectivity that puts the world at our fingertips. From desktops or devices, we can purchase, post, pin, and pick anything, anywhere. We are connected to the world and each other like never before. But how does it happen? How does data get from here to there? How do different devices and applications connect with each other to allow us to place an order, make a reservation, or book a flight with just a few taps or clicks? The unsung hero of our connected world is the Application Programming Interface, or API. An API is the messenger that takes requests and tells a system what you want to do, and then returns the response back to you. To give you a familiar example, think of an API as a waiter in a restaurant. Imagine you're sitting at the table with a menu of choices to order from, and the kitchen is the part of the system which will prepare your order. What's missing is the critical link to communicate your order to the kitchen and deliver your food back to your table. The waiter is the messenger that takes your request or order and tells the system, in this case the kitchen, what to do, and then delivers the response back to you, in this case, food.
So BlackSky's platform is taking a highly fragmented market, taking all of these multiple data management sources and this global intelligence database and giving a customer an actual solution from images. So here's the investment highlights: proprietary IA-driven software as a solution platform and a space network, a 40 billion total addressable market. So disruptor and a large and expanding market opportunity, total addressable market expansion. They believe that this space is just going to grow. So the wide moat is the competitive advantage that they have over their competition. And this would be fully operational, meaning they have these 14 satellites by the end of next week that are vertically integrated into space and software as a solution infrastructure. This already works. They have a 2.5 billion pipeline, near-term high visibility pipeline, and growth revenue, and 80% margins. Now they haven't reached the 80% margins, but you can also see this in the appendix where they expect to be at 80% gross margin positive. So the key here is BlackSky delivers real-time insights, information, and analytics about the changing world. Monitor the real world in real time, detects and analyzes global activity, and then understand and predict, proactive or predicts changes. So before they occur, before they happen, this is the real piece that gets me very excited. So another slide just talking about disruptive because of the inefficiencies in the industry right now, and AI's software as a solution platform delivering insights, information, and analytics. Easy to use, self-service web-based platform, dramatically lower cost, and then reduces time to insights. So I think we understand BlackSky is monitoring global activity in real time, but how much? What's the size? 1 million observations per day, over 100,000 data sources, and approximately 18,000 significant events per day. So BlackSky is also revolutionizing the customer experience. $100,000 for 2 to 3 day return and a 12-step process. And you can see over here, 12,000 for a 90. I think this is down to 60 minutes. And I believe they're trying to get to real time, like less than this, like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 minute, just very quick. And then a 4-step process here. Log into the software solution, select your data feed, receive automated alerts and insights under 2 hours. And I just see them as they expand their constellations, reducing this time. So there's a few client case studies that are in the presentation, and you can see this as third-party reports and management estimates of 2020, 5.2, and then in 2025, this number is expected to double. So this is, of course, this is an estimate, but this is the needs for both intelligence and military tactical ISR, and ISR stands for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance applications. So this next case study is a global construction company monitoring progress of building, warehouse, highway construction, etc. And how many miles and square feet were constructed per day, monitoring large-scale highway and steel concrete structures projects worldwide. And this could be something that on-demand imaging and analytics that BlackSky could offer in their software as a solution platform, easy to use service interface for project managers, affordable annual subscription, and something built in to the cost of doing a project. An insurance company, so post-disaster damage, early damage assessment, prioritizing the search and rescue, and you could see that this is expected to also grow. So all three of these case studies expected to double within 2020 to 2025. So there's a strong demand from world-class customers, and you can see commercial is the blue, and you've got in gold or yellow, you've got defense and intelligence. So on the gold or yellow, you could see that it was non-existent. The commercial customers had not been, even tapped into, and that's starting to significantly grow. So as this service is offered to commercial customers, there's the expectation that once they have access to this, that they could see significant growth out of that sector. A robust pipeline that's expected to grow 4.2x and billions, and then high revenue visibility. And I believe that they're on track. They're actually going to surpass their targets. So this is just a drill in of total revenue for 2021 and then 2022. So next year, we're more than doubling the revenue from this year. So this is why I believe this potentially could be a great opportunity to get in early when this Palantir relationship and other contracts are just starting. So one important thing to do is make sure that you're monitoring how much the company is making and if they're hitting what they say in their investor presentation, because the investor presentation acts as a thesis, and during the quarterly update calls, you want to go back and check the thesis to make sure that they're on track of meeting those milestones. So a very important slide to be able to look at revenue, gross profit, and EBITDA, adjusted EBITDA, and to see in millions, where do they plan on being? Where am I going to get a return on my money if I invest today? So they have some estimated, so the E is estimated, A is actual, and you can see this growth is really expected. So we're going to get a payback on our investment if we stay in at least to 2024. So you want to start checking to see now if you want to invest in the company early before they actually attain this 40 million. You want to get in before they attain that, but you want to measure the company based on what they've done so far and then look at the expectation of what they're going to accomplish in the future. So these three charts, very important to reference back as they start to close on Q3. Are they in alignment and are they above expectation or behind expectation? I expect to see this company a little bit above expectation as they sign on new customers. Now, right now, there's a quiet period, and you'll start to hear more information from the company as that quiet period is lifted and they get closer to their earnings. So this slide just summarizes why this is a highly fragmented market, and you can see it's got three different sections down here of consultants and experts and geospatial software and analytics, and it's even got Palantir here, who's already got a contract to team up with BlackSky, and then space data. And it's saying that it's highly fragmented. There's a large ecosystem. There's customers who need their needs met, inefficiencies in the process, and it's extensive development and data acquisition cycles. Like, this is not fast. So the company listed here 4 mega trends that are driving high growth outlook with a total addressable market in the billions from 2020 of 13 billion to 40 billion by 2025. And this is the defense industry shift to space-based tactical ISR, or intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, commercial demand for real-time geospatial intelligence. So this is a market that they did not tap into previously prior to 2020, and now they're starting to see demand here as they have this software as a solution platform and GPS enabled devices and mapping services that are shifting to real-time updates. So BlackSky has this platform of critical capabilities to disrupt the market. You hear about this disruption in all of these slides, and they're revolutionizing the customer experience. Intuitive platform, high revisit rate, flexibility, IA and machine learning powered analytics, observation, monitoring, and detection, and it's all vertically integrated. So where you've had all of this sort of fragmented in the space, now it's more customer centric on a vertical integrated platform. And who are the end users, decision makers, business analysts, operational staff, and financial analysts? So you can see there's a lot of end users who potentially could use this data collection. So with any company, it's really important to understand that the company has a good pulse on the customer's experience. And you can see through this slide, increase speed to insights, reduce high startup data software and staffing costs, that they're offering a revolutionary customer experience. So not only is the company on track to meet near-term milestones, but they have multiple levers to accelerate their growth plan, such as the strategic merger and acquisition, the expansion of their strategic partnership, and acceleration of the commercial market traction through API access, which we talked about before. They also have the ability to upsell their existing services and data available through their software as a solution platform. So on the financial summary, you can see they have 3 streams of revenue: the imagery, the data, software, and analytics, the engineering, and integration. So on those 3 streams of revenue for 2021, they estimate a total of $40 million. Another resource that you can use to look at the financials of the company is put in BKSY or BlackSky in ticker terminal and then click on the quarterly button to look at their income statement, their balance sheet, and their cash flow statement. So that's all I got for this video. If you found it valuable, leave a big thumbs up and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.